You may recall that recently, rather than pay £118 plus whatever bus fare to get home from Yorkshire, I decided to buy a car instead. Now, was it a good idea? I know people have actually been queuing up to buy this little car, but I've held off the sale because I was unsure of its condition. And I've done some more poking around, and now I am more sure about its condition, and now I don't know what to do next. Let's start with the bits I found most recently. I did have a quick look at here before I took it home, but I wrongly thought this bit of rot around here was just something that holds this in place, but no, that's the inner wing. That's the inner wing that's absolutely rotten. The washer bottle is just hanging around in the breeze down here. It's not actually attached to anything, it seems, and it's considerably crispy down there. It is very crispy indeed. That's still solid but looks scabby, but that is completely rotten. And to my mind, that should be an MOT failure, because we're very close to a suspension mounting. And more to the point, this is your crash structure in the event of a collision. It's all well and good having an airbag, but that's not very much use if the entire front of the car has been smashed into your face. The airbag is not going to do a fat lot. And I'm afraid it's bad news over this side as well, where you can just see, just in there's some crispiness. Don't know if you can see it. Let me illuminate. Where's my phone gone? I'm actually going to try and record this on my phone instead, but oh yeah, there you go. The phone does a much better job of capturing that. That is considerably crispy. That is not looking good at all in there, and it does get worse if I actually poke that. Oh yeah, that's just gone. That's just gone through. Oh jeepers, that is rotten. So you're gonna have to take the battery out. I think this is all the fuse box. That's going to have to come out. That is going to need some welding. Not ideal. Underneath, it doesn't seem too bad actually. Let me grab a torch and I'll try and show you what the underside is like. Well, here we are at the back, and that chassis leg looks all right actually. It's a little bit crispy up there in ways that doesn't make me want to poke, but I don't think it's actually rotted through yet. So here at the back, not as bad as it could be, but you can see it's a very usual sort of a grot spot for them. That all seems very surface rustish. I bet there's zero chance of this ever coming undone again. No spare wheel carrier. And suspension mounts, as far as I can tell, everything looks good up there. Very neat little installation, isn't it? Look, these tiny little shock absorbers and torsion bar rear suspension, effectively a miniaturized version of what I've got in the Berlingo, hence the really soft, supple, comfortable ride. But yeah, you can probably see better than I can, but it looks okay back here. Oh, that's where the fuel filter is. Yeah, it all looks pretty decent around here. I think this is all right. I don't think we've got too much to worry about at the back end, but the front end, definitely. All the sills still seem solid along their length. In fact, there's not even any surface rust, and pleasingly I was just having a look under the other side, so hopefully this is the same side. Didn't seem to be any damage when it comes to the underside here. People always jack on these bits, so these are beautifully straight. Oh no, maybe someone's jacked on it there, but the sills and everything seem very solid. I'm not concerned about that. So it's not a basket case, but it is turning into more of a project than this guy needs right now. I don't know if you noticed, I've got rather a lot of projects back there. It's all solid up here in the scuttle. The drains haven't got blocked, so that's all good. Bulkhead looks pretty good. The suspension towers. So it's just this inner arch rot. So yeah, I don't think this is the car for me at the moment, and I don't think I'm going to be fixing it and sorting it out. It does seem in very good order though. Pull the dipstick out, and it's still got all the oil it had when I left, so that's good. And it is leaking a little, I will say. That is from this car. So it's been parked up for over a week, and it has dribbled a little fuel, but overall it seems pretty good. So now I know more about what it's like, I feel more confident to actually sell it, but I don't feel comfortable selling it for some of the values people have said. One bloke wanted it as a car for his daughter. I don't think you want to give your daughter a car that's that rotten. If you want to buy it with the knowledge that it is rotten and it is going to need welding, then yeah, by all means, go ahead and get your offers in. But otherwise, yeah, it's up to you. If you want to buy this car, bear in mind you probably want to trailer it, and I'm located in West Wales, so I'm not the easiest to get to. Yeah, let me know. But yeah, I'd bet on needing a tyre fairly soon. That is pushing the limits of legality somewhat, that one. So yeah, on your head be it if you chose to drive it away. I would not recommend it. There we go. That's the state of the Peugeot 106. I had hoped to take it to Tim, but having discovered that rot, and also having failed to insure it, and I didn't want to tax it because we're almost at the end of April and I would have had to pay for the whole of April, which annoyingly the previous owner already has, but tax doesn't transfer with the owner. Slightly corrupt system there. So yeah, that's the situation. I think rather than take it for a Tim inspection, I don't think there's much point. I think it is going to need that welding doing at the very least, really. So yeah, offers are still invited. Ian@hubnut.org. This car needs to go. Please, no time wasters, serious offers. If you want the car, get in touch, make an offer, and yeah, basically it's whoever gets here first with the money, really. And we shall move this little car on, which was always the point. This was never going to be a keeper, but that is one reason why. The other reason we're going to cover in a future video, we are going to cover, those aren't Chemy's oil stains, they're from the Blingo. We're going to cover why we love this little car and why we don't think this is the car for us, and it isn't just because of that. We will discuss that in a future video. But yeah, it looks like we're not going to be doing any more content with the 106 Zest 2 in this fitting shade of green, but yeah, hopefully it will live on as someone else's project. So that's it for that one. Not quite how I wanted this one to play out. I was hoping to have a bit more fun with a 106, because fun it really is. But yeah, someone else's baby. Get your offers in and we can say goodbye to the 106 and consider it an interesting experiment. Was it less hassle than just stumping up and catching the train? I'm now not so sure, but it's been fun anyway, and thank you for joining me for the ride. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a future video. Farewell.